how's it going and welcome to the Guitar Effect. My name's Rob. Today we're going to be looking at my Cort Source BV semi-acoustic 335 style guitar. But before we do, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe so you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Guitar Effect. So, this is the guitar in question. It is as you can see, a 335 style guitar in cherry, which incidentally is my favourite colour for a 335. Made in Korea, I think. Made in Indonesia, actually, I stand corrected. I'd say this is between 5 and 10 years old, something like that, and they're not made anymore. But it is a fantastic guitar. And the reason I'm making this episode is it actually doesn't belong to me, it belongs to a bass player in my band. He's had it for a while, picked it up for really cheap, I think about €350 on adverts.ie a while back. And when he bought it, it came with an Epiphone moulded hard case for a Epiphone dot, so this fits in it perfectly, and had been refitted with 2 Gibson humbuckers. He's not sure, but he thinks the guy may have said they were Burst Booker Pros. They are very powerful pickups. So, wouldn't necessarily be my choice for a guitar like this. They're relatively high output compared to what I'm used to in terms of humbuckers. Now, the reason I'm making this video is a number of things. He's had this since we've been in the band together, which is about 2 years. And I had it for a while at the beginning of that band when he loaned it to me, and I wasn't particularly enamoured with it, but I don't think I knew much about 335s then or this style of guitar. As some of you may know who are subscribed, I got a SX 335 a while back with a Bigsby that had been retrofitted to it, and I fitted some new pickups to it. And I really liked that guitar, but one thing that really bugs me about it is just the body depth is really deep. And as such, it kind of feels a little bit cumbersome when you're sitting down. Not so much when you're standing up, but when you're sitting down, it's kind of, you have to reach over a little bit. I borrowed this off him again a while back, and it's just so much nicer in every respect. The neck is really slinky, it's like a 60s C profile kind of neck. The headstock is kind of more elegant looking, and it's got that kind of almost Gibson-esque book thing going on up here. It has the vintage pearloid tuners. And then the 2 humbuckers, no Bigsby, which I think if I was to buy one of these, it would probably fit a Bigsby to it. And a tune-o-matic and stop bar tailpiece. The things I really like about it are the body depth is really great. It's thin without being, overly thin. And I really like the depth of the body on it. It's got a lovely arch top on it. It's got a bound fretboard, which is one thing I really don't like about Epiphone dots. The frets are really nicely rounded over. I don't know whether that's because it's been played in or it came out of the factory like that, but it's a really lovely fret job on it. Acoustically, it's lovely and loud and has a lovely tone acoustically. So yeah, I'm really loving this guitar. So what I'll do now is I'm going to take some shots of it and give you a good look at it, and while I do, I'll go through the specs. So, specs on the Cort Source BV. Guitar was made in Indonesia under license for Cort. I don't know when, between 5 and 10 years ago. It's not available anymore. But its construction is as a set neck, a maple top with maple back and sides. Its nut width is 42mm. Its neck is Canadian maple and is C-shaped. It's got a oven call fretboard with a 12-inch radius. It's got 22 frets. So it's 628mm, 24.75 inch scale length. It's got dot inlays, vintage style tuners, a tune-o-matic bridge and stop bar tailpiece. It has, I don't know what the original pickups are, but my one has 2 Gibson Burst Booker Pros in it. I'm assuming they are Cort. They come with Cort humbuckers originally. It's got 2 volume and 2 tone and 3-way switch. Its hardware is nickel. And when you bought it new, it had a gig bag included. So first off, going to have a listen to a couple of clean sounds. We're on the neck pickup on the clean channel of the Cox Studio Tone 20. It's that beautiful sort of round, not too toppy, very humbuckery sounding guitar, but it has a kind of little bit of top end that comes off the hollow body kind of thing. Okay, and middle setting, I should say. Starts to get much more kind of toppy there. Put the bright switch on the cock. Same funky kind of thing. Back to the regular setting on the bright switch. And over to the bridge position. And then it kind of has a lovely piercing lead tone in the back position. So. It's just really, really beautiful to play, really like effortless. This one's set up pretty well, I think. I mean, I'm not much of a lead player at all, and it is letting me get around the fretboard quite effortlessly. So, onto dirty tones. Back pickup. That was on the dirtier channel on my amp there. Back pickup. Characteristic about this guitar, which I really love for dirty stuff, especially classic rock dirty stuff like that, is that it really holds together in all of the frequency range. Like the bass never gets flubby or anything like that. These pickups are great for dirty. So if I go over to the heavy gain sound on my amp, I think it handles heavy gain stuff really well on that back pickup. So if we go down lastly to the neck position on the dirty channel, it's just really even and balanced and not overly throaty or woody or anything like that. It's just really nice. Cleans up lovely. Back up to full volume. Gorgeous to play for neck, kind of bluesy kind of stuff. Into the middle, you can roll the back pickup down slightly, you get a different tone again. More back pickup. So back, volume off. Really reactive, great volume and tone controls, do exactly what they're supposed to do. Bit of maybe ambient today kind of thing. So, yeah, covers all bases really, really well. One thing to note about this guitar, as I mentioned, is the pickups have been replaced by Gibson humbuckers of some sort, I think Burst Booker Pros. And I think it sounds really even and balanced. It's a beautiful guitar to hold and play, it's really comfortable. I think the finish is pretty, you know, flawless. There's no errant paint going over the binding or anything like that, or the, you know, it's just a really, really nicely built guitar. And yeah, I think they're really worth checking out. So I think, as I mentioned, he picked this up second hand for €350, which I think is an absolute steal. And while they're not made anymore, they can be had on Reverb for something in between, say, 300 and 600 pounds, euros, or dollars, something like that. And I think as an alternative to getting a 335, if you want to really kind of get an idea of what they sound like and what they feel like and what they play like and what they do, this is a really good option for me. I say that not really being mega over familiar with a 335, but this is the gateway drug for me that's making me really want to get one. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go for an Orville one because I was so impressed with my Les Paul, but I would strongly recommend checking out the Cort Source BV semi-solid body electric guitar. So, thanks for watching. I've been Rob. You've been watching The Guitar Effect. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.